Hey guys, Tim here. Post Falls Hunting Company. It is April 23rd. I'm at the South Yard. I was looking at my weather on my phone, and it's going to get kind of cold and crappy for the next week or so. Not even week, maybe 3 or 4 days. And so this is the last chance today. In fact, the sun just went behind that big cloud right there. It was nice and sunny. But this is the last chance for me to come out and see if our queens took. So that has a Saskatraz queen in it. One of the ones that I introduced. And I'm really fingers crossed that they took. They've been in there I put them in there on Sunday. That has a Saskatraz queen in it. And this one over here, the third one in. So you see the wooden box, that's a Russian nuke. Then there is a blue, gray and red nuke next to it. And then the one with the gray, third one on the end, right there, that one, is another Saskatraz queen that I had gotten, the ones that I was talking to you about. But, it's been beautiful out lately. Just pretty standard, I guess, weather. But one thing I love about this South Yard is honestly, it's right here in town, just on the edge of town. There's flowering trees everywhere. We get flowering trees around here all over the place. I mean, so Miss Jackie's got her little cherry trees and stuff there, but there's just flowering trees all over the place. You can see them clear back in the distance back there. So all those flowering trees back there. And so there's a ton of pollen, ton of nectar. But one of the things that I love is when the dandelions come up, because that is a huge source of nectar for these bees. And these dandelions make such a crazy smell. It almost smells like dead brood. And I remember smelling it coming in really hard last year and thinking, man, what is wrong with my hives? And nothing was. It's just the smell of this dandelion nectar. It's just got such a weird, funky smell to it. But they're just hauling in. I mean, look at this. They got this huge corner right here of all dandelions, which is great for them. And then the field will pop there with dandelions also. But anyway, back to the bees. We are going to see how everybody took, and if they took, man, I'm fingers crossed. I'm a little worried about the Cordovan, that Cordovan queen that I have at my house. It's such a small little colony of bees in there. I'm actually need to feed them some more bees. I might pull a brood frames from somebody if that queen takes, just to boost numbers. I did want to show you this though. It's that little white nuke right there. Hasn't been there. It just came over there 2 days ago. And so what happened was I was going through the St. Mary's hive, the one that I made 2 years ago from two kind of bum St. Mary's nukes I put together in late in the year, like August, end of July, August, and they reared this queen that is just such an unbelievable queen. I mean, she is one of the best queens I bet you I've ever had. I was going through there, and she's got a bunch of drone comb in there and stuff, and I made splits off of her. But I went through there yesterday because 2 days ago, because I knew it was going to be crappy weather, and I wanted to make sure that everyone had room. I wanted to make sure that no one was going to swarm. There wasn't going to have to worry about, once it warmed up again in the next few days, someone swarming on me, make sure there's no swarm cells. And I opened that up, and I don't know how I missed it, but here was this giant capped swarm cell in with some drone comb. And so we're going to check that today too, because it was close. And so we'll just see what happens there. So let's get into it. I'll stop my rambling and let's see if these girls took. So here we go. Saskatraz number 1. All right. Saskatraz number 1. Grab my gear here. I didn't bring smoker, I didn't bring anything. I'm not even in the work truck. I'm just in the Toyota, as you guys saw. So no smoker, no nothing. Here we go. Oh, they're nice and calm. Stinking Gorilla Tape. There we go. They're nice, and this is the calmest I've ever seen this colony. This is the Dalton colony split. And granted, I'm just going to move slow. We have an empty queen cage. Well, there's workers in there, but there's no queen in there. All right, fingers crossed. Chances are she's just gonna be on the frame that she was in between, and since there's no brood in here, I'm not super worried about it. I see eggs in here and I see larvae, but it's from a laying worker. Well, that's no good. You guys see this? Nothing yet. I'll tell you what, if they killed her, I'm gonna be not happy. There she is. You guys see her? Right there. A new Saskatraz queen. Sweet. She is pretty. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What you like to see, right? Okay. Sweet. All right, so she's in. I'm going to button them back up. We'll go on to number 2. Well, it's a little irritating to me that it took so long for them to release her, and that's maybe partly my fault, just because I wanted her to acclimate. I hate losing queens, but on the other hand, you take the chance of what I just had mentioned, the laying worker being in there. And so now I've got a bunch of stupid cells that are filled up with laying worker eggs and drone. Gonna turn into drones, but I guess whatever. We'll just let them go, and they'll be all right. So let's go to Saskatraz queen number 2, which was this one, and it was made from the, I've got it written here, Copilot split. I know that's backwards. From the Copilot swarm. Here we go. Okay. See if these girls took. This little roof full of bees up here. They seem awfully calm. They seem like a queen-right colony, as calm as they are. I see an empty queen cage. Hopefully, I find a queen walking around in here. Nothing in cells. That's nice. They didn't feel like they needed to do any type of laying worker business as of yet that I'm looking at. No, it's not her. I thought I seen her. They're sure calm. Lots of nectar and pollen coming in. Oh, there she is. So she's right here on the frame. You guys can see her. I know that the glare is kind of bad. She's little. Not as big as the other ones. She's right there. Nice little dark Saskatraz queen. Awesome. Alright. 2 for 2. I like that. Okay. I'm going to button these guys up. Move on to the next one. Awesome. Sometimes my phone doesn't work with my gloves on. So Tim, what do your bricks mean on your colonies? They all face the same direction. Except for that one. So what that means is, if you see how my bricks are laid out, obviously it's for weight because it does get windy out here. But I use it as a minus sign. No queen. No queen. No queen. Because I don't have a queen in there yet. Or I don't have a queen laying in there yet. This one, the one that we just went through, means it's pointed the opposite direction. I use it meaning the queen has come in. That there is a queen that's returned, or that it is queen right. So, sideways, like that, means no queen, minus sign. Forward, vertically on the hive, means that the queen has come in, that there is a queen in there. That's why I do that. So I don't like this nuke because I didn't put any 1-bys on it. So it just sits flat right on the top of the frames. But it was just one that I grabbed, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have, but it's fine. I have one at home. I might just swap out the lid for it. Everybody's awfully calm. This is another reason I don't like this box. I don't even see the queen cage. We sure we're in the right colony? It must have slid down. It did. It's right here. With the queen still in it. Are you kidding me? Because I didn't keep it up there next to her. Next to the, because it slid down, there's our queen still in there. So she's been in here since, she has been in here since Sunday. Which I'm not super excited about. So here we go. You guys are about to see something crazy. We're going to open release her. Okay. The staple is out. And there she is. She just crawled down into the combs. They're looking all over for her. You guys ever see that? A little nervous. Pretty sure they like her. That's good acceptance right there. So she's been in here since Sunday, 5 days. And this is the first time that she's met her bees. All right, let's get her back in. Let her join the rest of her colony. All right, so one more we said, right? One more. This is the one that I said had the queen cell in it. This little nuke right here. And I believe it was like right in the middle. There was only 2 frames of bees that I put in here, but I sure like these bees. They're survivors. So it's not, I believe it's not this frame. They're hauling in a ton of nectar though. They're pissy. They haven't been away from their queen for very long. I just want to see if it hatched. And I know I'm moving pretty slow. I'm pretty sure it's this frame. Yeah, look at all the brood. Well, I don't see it now. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I see it over here. Well, now it's gone. I don't see it. So what happened? Do we have a virgin queen in here running around? Let me turn this off. I'm up on my trailer here. Let me turn this off and look through these frames, figure out what happened. Well, crap. I know what I saw. I know I saw a big old queen cell on the bottom of that frame about this big and with a bunch of drone comb. I even called Ted Workman and was like, hey, do you need an extra frame of bees that's got a big queen cell on it? And he said he didn't because he's got a bunch of queens coming. But the sucker's gone now. It's tore down. And I didn't see a virgin in there running around. Well, maybe she hatched the same day and is just out on a flight. Who knows? But nothing in there. As far as a queen goes that I saw. So, no reason to freak out. I'm not going to be able to get back into my bees until probably next Thursday-ish. Just with the way the weather looks, 50 and rainy for the next 3 or 4 days, 5 days anyway. So, that's fine. I'm just going to let them go and see what happens. I'll come back. I'll check them one more time. If I don't see a queen in there or anything that looks like a queen, that's when I'll make my decision on do I want to just go grab a queen and like probably locally, or do I just want to, in fact, that colony right there, let me flip this camera around, right there is queenless. I took that queen. She's in a nuke with a bunch of her bees up in the north yard, and there's 5 queen cells, 5 or 6 queen cells in that colony right now. So maybe I just grab one of those frames, shake the bees off of it, and put it in with this one. We'll see. I wanted a queen from that St. Mary's hive because it's a good queen. That's the St. Mary's split hive. That's a split from the St. Mary's queen from last year. All right, let's head up to the north yard. Got to check the Cordovans. All right, here we are, north yard. Man, these nukes are doing great. So I build my nukes really, really big in the springtime because you never know what kind of spring you're going to get here in North Idaho. And so I want there to be enough bees in there to keep any queen cells warm that they make. And so when I make my splits, I make them 3-frame splits and 1 empty frame and 1 great big honey frame for everybody. Pollen patties and everything goes on. But I make them really big, So like if I open these nukes right now, you would say, man, those are massive because it's 5 full frames of bees and they're drawing out the other frames right now too, the other empty that I put in there. And so by the time people get them, they're great big. Massively big. Anyway, so we're going to see if she took. Everyone's out flying today. Oh, yeah. The Cordovans. Look at here. Oh, my girls are back. I was so worried that I lost these bees, and they are just rebuilding like you wouldn't believe right now. Oh, that's so nice to see. All right. There might be 2 hives of Cordovans if this girl took. plus one more at the house. I feel pretty good about this one. I don't feel very good about the one at the house, but we'll see. Here we go. We have an empty queen cage right here. There is not a queen in there. This is where I had jammed the cage into. And I do not see a little white dot walking around on these bees. So, let's check the next one. Next frame. You see this? Look at how pretty that bee is. Look at how pretty that queen is. Oh, look at that. She is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right. Whoop. 4 for 4. I'm going to put her away. We're going to head home. Check the last one. All right, you guys. So here at the house, and we have one more queen to look at, like I had said, the other Cordovan. And I think that this one isn't going to take. This hive has just been really weird with this queen. I've got to do something here because there's hardly any bees flying in and out of this thing. I mean, just nothing, no one, nowhere. So let's just see what happens here. I'm going to turn this off, see what I can find, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so again, I think that it didn't take, this queen didn't take, just because of how much these guys are still kind of little jerks. But I guess we'll see. Kicking this rock around right here. I do see an empty queen cage, so that's good. Let's pop it out of here. And I don't see a dead queen in here. Set that over there. All right, here we go. I'm going to start pulling frames. I'm just going to pull this middle one right now. Stand by. So as luck would have it, I went through all of the frames, and the first one out, this is a big honey frame right here. This is the first one out. Look through there. There's just not a lot of bees in here. It's barely a big colony. And I was like, oh, she didn't make it. And then, as luck would have it, lo and behold, she was just being covered up. And there's our girl right there. And she's a little girl, a little tiny thing. But this colony has a queen in it. So we're going to button it back up, and hopefully we have enough bees to make this colony cook. So there you go, 4 for 4. Not bad. I'm sorry, 5 for 5. We put in 3 Saskatraz and 2 Cordovans, and all of them took. I'm pretty pumped. I wish that colony was a little bit bigger. It's going to take a little bit of growth, but I'm just going to let them kind of do their thing right now until next week when I can start working hives again. And once I can start working hives again, I'll probably steal some bees and put some bees in there for them, just to boost some colonies. And so that's one thing that you guys can do if you do have weak colonies here in the springtime, is if you pull a frame of brood, you just take all the nurse bees that are with it. It's just going to be nurse bees that are, for the most part, going to be on those frames of brood. And so, like, I'll steal a frame of brood for that colony, and just to boost their numbers. And it's got to be a frame of brood that's emerging, like old brood that's just getting ready to hatch. And that'll help boost that colony's numbers. So that's what I got. I appreciate you guys watching. Keep watching, because I'll be doing more, making more videos, obviously. My big garage sale mess in here. We're having a garage sale next weekend, and so that's why I'm parked outside, because I've got all this crap in here that we've got to get rid of. So anyway, appreciate it. Tim, Post Falls Hunting Company. Thanks for watching. Be good to each other.